の戦闘、反省するところが多いですね。
Welcome to another Azur Lane video, nobody asked for. This is the Salty Bunny and today we will take a quick overview of the new game mode that just got added to Azur Lane, Project Identity TB version 1.0. Now what is this all about? Let's find out, shall we? This game mode falls into the Princess Maker games genre. Princess Maker games typically falls into the simulation or life simulation genre, where players take on the role of a guardian or parent figure tasked with raising and guiding a young girl to adulthood. The primary goal is to shape her skills, personality, and life choices through various activities like education, work, combat training, and social interactions. Players make decisions that influence her attributes, relationships, and eventual destiny, aiming to foster a successful and well-rounded individual. These games often feature multiple endings and branching storylines, offering a blend of strategy, role-playing, and character development. In Azur Lane, the game mode does encompass most of the main ideas and mechanics of the main games in that specific genre. Raising TB in Azur Lane is conducted via the revamped HQ menu once you have reached Commander level 30. The entirety of Project Identity is conducted in an alternate full VR environment. The game mode spans for a duration of 48 weeks and will offer different stages during progression. From toddler to grade school, to high school all the way up. Each stage has a fixed amount of weeks to go through, and the complexity of the tasks will evolve as the simulation progress. There are a few base resources you will have to balance, action points that are used to conduct outside activities. Mood, that will affect how much gain you will receive from the various activities, and money that is used to afford certain activities or buy items that will grant aspect bonus points. TB have 4 main stats: fitness, knowledge, charisma and sensitivity. As you progress, 6 abilities related to the main stats will unlock: expression, caring, athleticism, musicality, creativity and dexterity. A quick note before we continue. At any point during your game, if you estimate that you've messed up enough and want to start back again, your progress can be resetted at any time. This will delete all your current progress and set you back at day 1 to redo it all over again. The project starts with a toddler TB and you will have to choose one out of 4 main stat you wish to focus on for the development of TB. Fitness, knowledge, charisma or sensitivity. The player will have to plan activities and try to reinforce the chosen goal. Each stage of TB development must be conducted in a finite amount of weeks. Their number will increase for each stage. At each stage you will have, like at the start, which area you want to focus on for this stage. The ones highlighted as recommended are the normal continuation of the previous goal focus you chose. If you decide to pick otherwise, you might find yourself into hard mode since you might lack the basic stats to progress on the non-commanded focus. The catch-up might take quite a few weeks off your limited amount required to complete the stage. TB also have an affection progression in parallel of the main progression. By completing her special wishes, found under the Thoughts tab, you will obtain mood and affection points. At each stage you will have to complete a certain amount of tasks to reach full completion. A main task list is available for each stage. By completing tasks on this list, it will reward you growth goal points required to fill up the completion bar. By completing main tasks you can also gain special status that will grant some additional stats and will expire after the indicated duration on their icon. The simulation is conducted on a turn basis consisting of 1 week per turn. During each week you can go outside and partake in various activities available on several locations. Sometimes you will also have special limited activities happening on 1 or more locations. The go outside option unlocks on second stage and the locations will also unlock as you progress. The activities have various effects like stat gain, ability point, money expended or gain, mood expense or gain, and you can obtain special items as well. Each activity will cost 1 or 2 action points. Make sure you also check on the main task list and in TB thoughts wishes before you head outside. Both the list and wishes do often consist of specific outside activities to complete. The other staple of the Princess Maker genre is the weekly schedule. Each week is comprised of 6 days. The amount of possible activities will increase for each stages. On the first stage, there is a limited amount of possible basic activities and you can pick one per day. As you move up the ladder, more and more activities will be available, and the slots per day will also increase. Starting at stage 2, each activity will have a basic, intermediate and advanced option. You can unlock the upper tier by completing the previous tier 10 times. Some activities will also have prerequisite stats that need to be achieved in order to select them. Each activity can have several benefits and drawbacks. You can gain stats points, ability points, mood or money. However, advanced activities can also cost money and mood. Sometimes special days will appear to add some variety. At random, some daily activities will also grant some sort of bonus. You can also set the activities cinematic to be skipped. If you do so, only the activities with special bonus will be played. TB will change outfits depending on your achievements and chosen goal path. The more you progress in the simulation, completing tasks and wishes, balancing stat gain while maintaining mood and money will also increase in complexity. As I understand this game genre, this balance juggling is the main appeal of Princess Makers-like games. But what can we plebs gain out of that? Well, you will unlock an additional secretary slot dedicated to TB. And, as you complete the simulation on various stats, you will unlock a variety of different outfits for your TB secretary. Besides that, you can aim at completing the self-contained memories comprised, as of now, of 25 events and 70 moments. The ending will depend on how well you did overall and the goal path you chose. There are good and bad endings. Some people out there ended up with an hikikomori TB, I personally ended with a sad mediocre office worker TB. So yeah, there is no in-game tied to Azur Lane core gameplay loop rewards that can be gained in Project Identity TB version 1.0. I am not sure myself of the appeal of such game mode here in the West. Very popular in the East, they sure have a niche player base out here, but I suspect that the lack of in-game progression rewards will see this content set aside quickly for the inner player base in general. However, even if the perennity of this optional content might be uncertain in the West, it will still please part of the audience, and even if you're not too much into that sort of game style, it might provide a good diversion from the main gameplay loop and offer a free introduction to this genre. Is it a time sink? Most certainly. Is it worth playing? Well, that is up to you. You should certainly give it a go. Who knows, you might even like it a little, even if it is not your cup of tea. I suppose that we can look forward to the future. We might get a Project Identity TB version 1.5, or 2.0 with more rewards and stuff, but who knows. Up until then we have 1.0 to explore. I hope that this video was helpful to you, one way or another. That's pretty much it for this overview of Princess May. Project Identity TB version 1.0. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment down below. You can also like and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. If you did not really cared about any of this stuff, thank you for watching and reaching this point. This was the Salty Bunny and thank you for watching the video. We're done for now.